Crenshaw Bridge reflection. Houston rap style, we bringing the heat. Talking Texas football, nothing compete. Got the best podcast, the loudest in the game. Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Remember the name. We talking draft picks, we talking defense. We break it all down, no nonsense. H-Town, Veteran Showdown on the mic, talking Texas football. Every Wednesday night, with special guests dropping knowledge, taking the stage. Holding it in Crenshaw Briggs, we holding it down in the H-Town, wiping it down. Talking touchdowns in H-Town. Houston culture, we holding it down. Talking news and rumors, keeping it real. No filter, we got the Texans appeal. In the LoneStar City, we're living it up. Talking all things Texas, we can't get enough. From the football field to the concrete jungle, we're ripping H-Town. Ain't nothing humble, bitch.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Texans Fan Battle Podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Briggs. The other guys would be here later on. Right now, I got a special guest. If you know Texans Twitter, you know anything about the draft, you know this guy very well. This is Mr. Cody Johnson. He makes some stuff for the lead. How you doing, Cody?
Pretty good, man. I appreciate you having me on. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for jumping on and talking some draft with us. I'm a day away. Are you excited?
Oh, very, very excited.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite time of the year. Like, besides the actual season, like the draft is, I love it. Everything about it.
Yeah.
The what is, the what nots, everything. Well, man, let's get into it. We don't have a pick next week or not tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see a surprise move that Nick Caserio might be brewing up?
You know, he's a hard dude to predict, you know, with all of the trades he makes. I know he likes to do them more on day two, the trade ups and stuff. I will say I wouldn't be surprised if he trades back into the first, but I do think there would have to be a specific player that fell. You know, I believe it was San Francisco's GM saying there was only 22 first-round grade, or they specifically only had 22 first-round grades, right? So I could see Caserio in a similar range of players. So if one of those guys fall, I could see into the 30s. I think I don't know if he'll go past 30, but I wouldn't be surprised if he trades up tomorrow.
Okay. Now, so we kind of got the idea of Nick and D'Amico, what they want in players. What do you think the game plan for the draft is this week?
So it's interesting, right? If you listen to the national media draft guys, Dane Brugler, all those guys, they are predicting a very heavy offensive first round. I've heard some of them say even 22 offensive players go in the first round, which would leave only 10 or so defensive players, right? So that to me means that it's going to be a pretty heavy defensive second round. 2 picks in the second round, that seems to be more the team needs for us, for Houston, right? I could see a plan where they go, if they don't trade up, or even if they do, depending on the player that falls, right? But both of those picks in the second round being defensive players. And it could be, honestly, anything. I think they could use help at basically any position other than maybe edge. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they still picked an edge, depending on who fell to like 59, right? So I do think it'll be in the second round specifically a defensive heavy.
Okay. So what about the late rounds? What do you think the draft motto? Do you think is best pick available, or is it his go-to move, the guy they want?
Gotcha. I do think it will be best player available. I think they put themselves in a position to actually do that, right? With going in Joe Mixon, going in Stephon Diggs, going in Danielle Hunter and Azeez Al-Shaair, right? They brought guys into where they don't necessarily have to reach on a position, right? And those guys, they're not on long-term deals, right? So you can still draft those positions as well, depending on if the player falls. But they put themselves in a good position to go best player available. And like the third and fourth round, I think is like the sweet spot for running backs, RB2s, and some tight ends, right? So this is my philosophy always going in the draft as best player available. And I think they put themselves in a good position to be able to actually do that this draft.
And, you know, I like how you said earlier, too, that we could trade up if somebody falls. To me, I think this is the year that's in favor of the Texans, right? Just like you said, we made some great moves and we're in position for best pick available. But a lot of teams are in needs. Like a lot of teams need quarterbacks,
Yep.
and a lot of teams are going to reach for quarterbacks. The receiver talent is out of this world. So I think you're going to have people reaching for receivers as well. So
Mhm.
I think that at 28 or 30, you might see a guy, a high cornerback, a high defensive tackle. Do you see any of those falling into the second round to us?
So to us is going to be difficult because always those guys that fall into the second, like if you remember Miles Jack falling to the Jags, it was early second, right? So we're kind of in that mid second range. So we would probably have to trade up for one of those guys. But like and the guy I've seen falling in the second round recently is Jerzon Newton, and I believe that's solely based off injury. His tape and his talent, his first round talent. But he hasn't done anything this offseason. Like testing, he had that one workout that was private, but other than that, he hasn't done anything because of that injury, right? And sometimes that makes guys fall. Again, I'm going to reference Miles Jack again because that was the same situation. He was projected to go top 5 and fell to the second round because he was injured, couldn't do anything, right? So that's one guy I really like. If he fell to 32, 33, 34, that's a guy I could see Nick Caserio pulling the trigger on that, and maybe Kool-Aid too. I know they have that Alabama connection, right? So those two guys are guys maybe they pull the trigger on early for second.
I seen like Nate Wiggins for the same reason, right? I mean, he's been hurt, banged up. You think Nick Caserio pulls the trigger, or kind of?
He's a tough one because he's so light, right? Like that's the big issue on him. He came in and weighed in like 182 or whatever. I'm not sure. The corner is the hardest predictor of like what necessarily D'Amico Ryans wants for me. Like that's the one. Like what exactly is he looking for in a corner in the draft? Because they drafted Stingley before D'Amico got here, right? So I'm not sure. I think he'd like bigger guys that can come up and tackle, right? Some guys that are going to be a little bit heavier and they can prolong or can play the full season, do healthy. You know what I mean? But I'm not sure they pull the trigger on Nate Wiggins. I've also seen him kind of he's gone a little bit back up where he's not falling to that late first area.
Okay, and yeah, I like you said, Newton's a guy. Like to me, if you look at the description of what D'Amico wants in a defensive tackle, like that's the photo you show. It's Newton.
Yeah.
Do you see any defensive tackles other than Newton that the Texans could snag in those late rounds?
Yeah. So obviously there's Byron Murphy, but I don't think he's going to fall anywhere to our range. He's a beast, right? The rest of the defensive tackles after those two, I'm not necessarily in love with any of them. I feel like most of them are specialists. What I mean by that, they're either run defense specialists, like the cat out of Michigan, and I'm blanking on his name right now, but run defense specialist. And then you have the pass rush specialist, which Fisk out of Florida State. I think he can maybe develop into a full-time player, but I think immediately, like if he was a guy that was drafted, he's going to be a third down pass rusher kind of deal. So, and then same thing with Michael Hall. I think he's going to be a pass rush specialist, right? So I'm not in love with any of those guys necessarily. They could, I think, if they don't get one with that second round pick, if they don't get maybe a guy they want, you get into the fourth round, I think you can take a risk maybe on someone like
the other Hall. I'm not sure where he's from, but
yeah. And then the cat from LSU.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of I'm blanking on names right now. The defensive tackle out of Miami, who was last year supposed to be the second round, first round guy, but he's fallen. But I feel like if you don't get one of those two guys necessarily in the late first, early second, then fourth, fifth round, they take a chance on a guy with high traits.
Now, this year talent at cornerback, like it's crazy, right? Like the first round is, to me, is just filled with, like, I think they're going to be game changers, right? Like the top 10 is just nuts, but then you kind of fall after that. And then, maybe after the top 20 is where you kind of can get those guys in the late rounds. Do you see the Texans trying to get somebody there at the 42 and 59 spot?
Yeah, I could. Like you were saying, that there's a range of about 10 cornerbacks that can kind of argue that they're in the same grading spectrum or whatever. There's I myself, I wish I would have watched more of the mid round or the second round corners. I watched a lot of the first round guys when we still had a first round pick like Terry Arnold and Nate Wiggins and stuff. But there's a few guys in the early second. I think it's Andrew Phillips out of Kentucky. He's a guy that, he played outside of college, but he's a little bit smaller and might translate better to the slot. Mike Sandstrom, I know people love him out of Michigan, another slot guy though. And then like TJ Tampa, who's a bigger outside corner, zone specific corner, so there's a few guys, and I don't think there's a huge drop off from like, I was talking to someone about this earlier, specifically about Kool-Aid, right? After the first four, you got Nate Wiggins, Terry Arnold, the kid from
Quinn Mitchell,
and then probably DeJean. Right after those four, I think that's the top tier. But after those guys, I think you're kind of in the same range of talent that Kool-Aid's in that talent. So I wouldn't necessarily trade up for a guy like Kool-Aid when you can get guys like I just mentioned, TJ Tampa, Mike Sandstrom, guys like that. So I do think they could target because they kind of still have a need. I think they address it a little bit in free agency, but guys that aren't going to be here long term, right? So I think they could address that. That could be one of the defensive positions I mentioned earlier they addressed in the second round.
Okay. And now I know you're a busy man. We'll let you go here soon, but a lot of people are excited about the Stephon Diggs trade, but with the Texans eliminating his contract, and, of course, Nico Collins just, his contract is up. And then the Lions just made St. Brown the highest paid, correct? Or is there a couple of people
in that range?
Yeah, the crazy amount.
Right.
Do you see the Texans actually making a move to, quote unquote, get their replacement just in case something happens?
So I do. With them moving that contract for Diggs from 4 to 1 years, I do think they could draft a guy like maybe Ladd McConkey if he fell to the second round, just because that might be a guy that's literally best player available, like we were talking about earlier, right? I do think that move for Diggs, making that a 1 year deal, signifies that they would like to keep Nico long term. So after the draft, I could see that being a contract extension we make, depending on what happens, right? But wide receiver, I've moved down just because they did go get Stephon Diggs. They traded a second round pick to do so. I think if they want to go wide receiver, it'll probably be next year's draft if Stephon Diggs walks in free agency, like they've made that contract for him too,
Right. Now say like we've been talking best pick available. Say a Corey Leggett from South Carolina falls to us at 42. Do you take the gamble and roll the dice, or nah, thank you?
He's a guy that I don't think necessarily fits their scheme of what the guys they like to do. He's a bigger, big body, deep threat, just go kind of guy. And they like guys that can go cross field and get in breaking routes like Nico Collins, Yak specifically too. So I don't think he's necessarily a fit, as big a fit as some of the other guys like Ladd I just mentioned, right? That's one I'm not sure. Maybe they, again, who knows? Scheme changes year to year, so they can go and get whoever, right? But that's a guy I'd probably put a little bit lower compared to some other wide receivers, right?
Okay. Well, like I said, Cody, we'll let you go here in a second. But tell me, who is one guy that you love and you hope that the Texans grab in this draft?
So I'm actually, other than Newton, who we talked about earlier, I really like Edgerrin Cooper out of A&M. He's a guy that just fits what D'Amico wants to do. I think early on too, like if we were to draft him, he'd be used as like a Sam, a rushing backer, get in the backfield, just run kind of guy, and then can translate over to Mike in a few years with some teaching under D'Amico, right? But he's a guy that I'm not saying he compares to Fred Warner, but just his body type and his RAS is very similar to what Fred Warner was coming out of BYU. The 40-yard dash and all that stuff, right? So I think D'Amico sees that and can translate that into his defense. So I really like him. I think it makes a ton of sense. I've seen him more in the 59 range now as opposed to the 42 range. So that's a guy I think D'Amico could fall in love with in draft if he's available in the second round.
And I get the Fred Warner comp too. I mean, I comp in that too. But the way draft is a great time, and you watch a lot of game film on these guys. To me, I might be the only one, but his gameplay reminds me of D'Amico Ryans.
Mm-hmm.
So. Getting there, I'm okay with it. Like, you know what I mean? I dig it. I dig it. So, well, Cody, thank you for coming on. Why don't you tell everybody where we can find you and what you got cooking? That way we can support you.
Yeah. So, my name's on the screen, FB_LoneStar. That's my Twitter handle. I do some videos every now and then on the lead, capital T, capital H, or capital T, capital L, no space, on YouTube. But that's where you can find me. And again, man, I appreciate you having me on and talking ball. It's very excited for the draft tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Well, you have a good night. We'll talk to you soon.
I appreciate you, man.
So that was Cody Johnson from the lead talking some draft with us before the show started. Here is the rest of the crew. We got Mr. Bo Diggy himself. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's good, y'all? How y'all doing out there? What's happening? How you feeling, Matt? How you feeling?
We're about to get into it, but I'm feeling great, bro. Feeling
yes,
wonderful.
Sir, yes, sir.
And always a brother from another mother. We got Mr. Kenneth. What's going on, bro?
What's good, y'all? What's up, Texans fans?
Hey, it's the perfect time to be a Texans fan, right?
Yes, sir.
We are supposed to be getting another one. Mr. Crenshaw said he's going to bless us with his appearance, but we'll see if not. Oh, the show must go on. But guys, let's talk some news before we get into this mock draft, right? Like the biggest thing is this. I mean, everybody and their mama's seen it all. The new uniforms. Everybody's hating on them before the leaks. Everybody was crybaby, couldn't stand it, horrible. But now they dropped. We got the finished product. Bo, brother, I'll start with you, man. What do you think?
Yeah. You know, I love them. I love the concept. I love that we got 4 new uniforms, to display. I really love the red helmet with the horns. Amazing. The new logo, a lot of people really didn't like the new logo, but I feel like I like it. I feel like the star is cool, the H is cool, the horns on the side. So yeah, I'll give them an A for creativity and just something new for us to have.
So which one are you getting?
Oh, I'm definitely getting that red. I'm getting that red. I'm getting that H-Town blue. H-Town blue. I'm getting those two.
Okay. All right, Mr. Kenneth, what you got, brother?
So I feel the same about them. I like them. I like the creativity. I can tell they put a lot of thought in it. And I know, you might have some people that don't really dig it, but I don't really care about those people because I'm digging it myself, man. I'll give it an A, just like Bo. Man, I'm excited, honestly. And as far as which jerseys I'm getting, I already ordered the red one. I ordered the red one in Will, and I got the H-Town blue and CJ. So yeah, I can't wait to get those in.
Yeah, man, they fire. What about you, Matt? What you think about them?
Well, first before I say it, look who finally showed up.
Hey, man, we're playing.
Yes,
the man, the myth, the legend. Yes, Mr. Crenshaw, brother. What's going on?
Yeah, what's the damn deal?
I forgot what you look like, man.
I did too.
Well, all right, bro, we're talking about uniforms. And before I get my spill about, what's your thoughts, bro?
All right. So, we've seen the white ones already. The white ones dope. I like the white ones or whatnot. My favorite is the red. I'm from Fifth Ward, and that's what we grew up on. That's why it's called the Bloody Nickel and everything. So I love the red one. I love the color rush, the H-Town blue. Now, our home jerseys, damn, it look the same shit to me. It looks the same. All they did was add a damn bull on the damn sleeve. So I'm not really feeling the home jersey as much, but the other three I really like. I wish the red was primary and we just changed the bottoms. We go white pants, black pants, red pants, mix and match. That's what I like.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish that we could get like how the Raiders have the black hole, like how's everybody come in black and it's like, yeah, we about to whoop y'all ass, they be losing and shit. We come in, we come in as red and put that fear in people's hearts and everything. But
yeah,
3 out of 4 not bad. I'm digging them. I'm loving them. We haven't had a jersey change since ever, so this is the first time. I'm liking everything about it. The red mask just really pops, really good.
Ooh.
So I guess all the leaks we seen was legit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what you guys think about it? What you guys said about it?
Well, Bo and Ken, they said they like him. They both gave him an A. So I gotta give it A minus. Like I like it. They're good. I like the Friends product. Like we all said, the white by itself was plain, but now you add the helmet and the pants. I was like, ooh, man, you cooking. You were your Sunday's best. But yeah, I gotta agree with Crenshaw, bro. That battle red, that candy red. I mean, come on, man. That's like watching a slab go down the street, bro. It's like it's culture. It's like H-Town. If you had to describe H-Town, there it is, right there, all in one uniform. So I love it. I thought the horns was going to be corny. I thought it was going to be a stupid idea on the helmet, but bro, it came out nice.
It works. It works.
Yeah.
It works.
The horns. I don't know if this is possible, if they can do this, because they got so many rules and regulations of what they can and can't do. I wish CJ's helmet was different. He had like maybe some meaner horns or some shit like that. Some meaner horns, but I don't know if they can do that. They can have 2 different helmets. On, I don't know how that shit works or whatever. But overall, A minus for me. I like everything about it. I like everything.
I will say this: the people that complaining about the H on the H-Town blue jerseys, you must not be from Houston if you don't like that. Like that H it describes Houston. Like even Crenshaw, he said on Twitter many times, it's all over murals in Houston. Like if y'all don't like it, root for another team.
See, this is what I got out of the H, and I hope people don't take this offensive what I'm about to say or whatnot. But it's just I'm just going by my eye test. I be at all the games. I see what's going on. The majority of our fans are Hispanic, and I feel like that H represents the Hispanic fans, and that's showing love to them. During the game, they have what's that band called? Bo and Ken, they be playing. What's that band they be called? Every game they be playing a little.
I don't know that name. I know exactly you're talking about, the Mariachi band.
Yeah. They was at the reveal last night, so they really catered to those guys. Yep. So I feel like that Ace was a shout out to them as more of anything. So you really can't hate that because, like I said, they are big. They're like they. I don't know, maybe 65-70% of our fan base are Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? And they rep so hard, even in our chats. Most of the chats. Hispanic. And they rep so hard for the team.
Yeah, then with TikTok. People, most people come on TikTok, Hispanic fans.
Yeah, and they rep so hard for the team. So I'm digging it. I like the H. It's just people don't like change. It's gonna take a while. Once you sit on the on the field, it's gonna take a while and everything, and then they'll get over it. Just like hold on, one more thing. Just like we hate it. Like I say, we hate it, but most hated the Houston Texans when they did the names or whatever, the Houston Texans. But if you look at the other names they had before, like, oh, I'm glad we wasn't those damn names.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah,
the Texans was better. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is.
For real. But I do like all the jerseys for this reason. it's a culture change, right? Like this represents Houston culture, just like Kershaw said for the Hispanics, for Fifth Ward. Like the ownership finally listened to the fans, and this is the product of the ownership listening to fans, and I love it.
Yeah.
Keep going out there flipping burgers, Cal. I'm loving it, man. Keep it up.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to ask you about the uniforms. Is there any team that we played this season that uniform has to go against? Like I feel like for the Tennessee, you gotta rep the H-Town
blue. Yeah, I
you
would
got
say that.
to.
For sure.
You have to.
Payback.
You have to wear it.
You know,
I know it's not going to happen, but I like to see. And I heard this. I'm going to give a shout out to In the Loop with Landry and Lopez, who will be on. Lopez will be on next week. We most likely will be playing Dallas on Thanksgiving. You know what jerseys they're going to be? You know what jerseys they're going to be repping, right?
It's got to be the red.
Strike absolutely. No, it's right. Give us the red. Yeah.
Bold. Give us the bold red. I want the bold red on Thanksgiving against the Cowboys. That's what I want to see.
I got a question on that game right there. Now bold, it works out for you because
it works out perfectly for me. I want you to know that right now.
Now, what do y'all think the turnout would be for our fans that's here and other surrounding areas to get to that game on Thanksgiving? What's the percentage you think we would show up and show out?
I mean, that's 5%. Thanksgiving, and how can I put this? It's going to be based on the record. I'm sorry to say, because Houston Texans fans fickle. You know what I mean? If it don't look good, they ain't gonna travel good. But if it's a good record, if we're like maybe 2 or 3 games above 500, I think you have a good turnout. I feel like it's right up the road. It's 45 north, 4 hours. Get to Dallas, Arlington, get to the game, man.
But on Thanksgiving,
I know
you cooking. You might got family coming over. You might be going to a family house.
That's true too. But make a weekend of it. Just go. It's what's that, Thursday, right? Thursday night game.
Thursday, yeah.
You'll be back home Friday, cook again, man. You just make the food on Thanksgiving. Put the food to the side. All right, make the mac and cheese on Friday so it's fresh. But you can fry that bird on, anytime. You know what I mean? It ain't a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Put it to the side a little bit. Get there.
Now, like a other podcast, they're not married, they don't have no kids and stuff like that. Most of us have kids, and all of us are married. There's an old saying, right? Happy wife, happy life.
That's
like
true.
If you have to stay home and cook, sorry Texans, I'm staying home and cooking. Like I love you, but I don't love being in the doghouse. So I say it's gonna be about 5%.
You think 5%?
What you think, Ken?
Man, this is a great question. Honestly, I think maybe, like Bo said, it depends on if we winning. If we winning and that record looking good,
they're gonna be there.
So people gonna sacrifice. They're gonna look. I'm sorry.
It's the Cowboys.
We finna go. That's the other thing. And if any time is a great time to go to a Thanksgiving game, we don't like the last time we had a Thanksgiving game was against Detroit. And that was, nobody was flying to Detroit. Yep. I mean, you may have had a few people, but this is the perfect time for the fans to shoot down 45 for 4 hours. And you know what I'm saying? Come back. You can still come back that night or maybe come back the next day, celebrate Thanksgiving on the Friday or something like that. At the end of the day, I think it'll be a perfect time for the fan base to go down there.
And new jerseys.
Well,
updated roster, we got exciting
Diggs versus Diggs,
right?
You don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss that.
It's a lot going on.
If only that damn train was already built. That it would make it so much easier. 90 minutes up, 90 minutes back. You good.
Especially for me to go to the games in Houston. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. That'd be so amazing. I jump on the train, jump right back off the train. Amazing.
Y'all know what's the best thing in Dallas, right?
What?
I-45 South. That's it. That's the only good thing in Dallas is I-45 South.
In Dallas.
Yeah. Everything else, and Bo. Bo's great in Dallas.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. I'm up here, unfortunately, but hey, it is what it is, man. I'm still right for my Texas, regardless of where I'm at. Hardly home, but always repping, yo.
I get you. I'm in KC. I feel you.
Hold on, Bo. Did you hit us with a Drake line?
You know
he
it, man.
did.
You know it. You know it.
Hey,
Go
with
ahead,
the Drake
get
line.
that Drake. My light-skinned brethren.
Well, fellas, we did have a reveal party last night. Everything was popping.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about a baby. I'm like, oh shit, congratulations.
Well, hey, don't be wishing that on me, all right? Done. I'm like Kendrick, okay? I'm done. Like,
I'm done.
pull the plug. But Kyle got a chain.
Yep.
Will Anderson, Nico, all of them out there supporting the jerseys. But of course, Texans fans can't be happy. Everybody's freaking out because CJ Stroud was not there and has not been seen in any uniforms or hype videos.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I know what us four are gonna say, but let's go ahead. Bo, kick it off. What's your thoughts, bro?
My thoughts is I'm just gonna say he's busy. He's booked and busy, man. He's a popular young athlete, franchise quarterback. Had a great season last year. People want CJ, man. People want him. He got I'm sure business meetings here, business meetings there, meeting sponsorships here, working out. He just don't have time. He didn't have the time to go, do the uniforms and whatnot. But don't worry, Texans fans. You're gonna see him in the uniform when it's time to go perform. So don't worry about that.
Kenneth?
Man, yeah, we can't put too much into that. At the end of the day, I mean, good thing is he was there for the is it OTAs they call it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was there for OTAs. Like I could see if he wasn't there. I mean, even if he wasn't there at OTAs, but at the same time, nah. I mean, if he wasn't there at OTAs, then yeah, maybe we can have a little worry, whatever. But man, nah, forget all that, man. I'm pretty sure. Shoot, we never know. They probably do have pictures of him. We just don't see them yet. You know what I mean? So it's nothing to worry about at all, man.
Kershaw, I know you've been kind of irritated with stupid Texans fans, so go ahead.
I mean, it's just what I seen or whatever. They shot the stuff in February, and we all know in February CJ was going on a historic run. He was on tour. This motherfucker was everywhere. He was at softball games, all-star games, Amber Rose.
I was about to say Amber Rose.
He was all over, so he didn't have time to do it. You knew the shit was old because they had Jimmy Ward now with number one.
Yep, number one.
So I don't really take no stock into that right there. It's just like weeks before, they was like, oh shit, where's Nico? I see Diggs, I see Tank, I see Michi. Where's Nico? Now we see Nico. Okay, where's CJ? It's just something to get crazy about. But that motherfucker there at training camp, that's all that matters.
Look, I'm blaming this on Deshaun Watson. He gave all our fans PTSD. Like they're all worried. Like, guys, chill. Look, I know where he's at. He's on off season. He's relaxing. He's doing what he wants to. Because guess what? He doesn't have to. It's the off season. Like, why y'all complaining about it? Like, I get why content creators are doing that for the clicks and then press. Yes, but come on, be better than that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to keep it a buck, 4 out of the 5 guys that we seen are the guys that need to prove something this year. Nico, Petrie, Ward, and even the Tank. Tank coming off injury, got to prove himself. Will, the only one that's like, hey, you did your thing.
And Pierce was using pictures of Pierce all over the place too.
So he definitely proved himself as well. So like I said, I don't know. And then you could say those guys got more swag than CJ. CJ don't got swag like that. He kind of a porn duster a little bit. He ain't got no swag like that. That's
he's a good Christian boy. Okay.
Yeah. That's why when he got into that little scuffle with the defensive lineman, we was like, oh shit, that's CJ. Okay, we see you. You know what I'm saying?
On business.
Yeah. He's standing on business. So we see you. So Tank, he come out with the grill, the piece and chain. So hey, we got to throw you out there.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of staying on business, somewhat news that kind of tie into the Texans. St. Brown got paid today, and Texans fans are freaking out because, oh man, Nico Collins is going to is going to break the bank. Nico Collins is better than this man. I don't know what they're smoking down there in Houston, but it must be some good stuff because there's no way St. Brown is even close to Nico. I mean, that's my opinion. I'll get y'all's first.
Wait, hold on, wait, hold on. When you say close,
Are you saying St. Brown is better than
Nico?
Nico?
You said Nico is better than St.
No,
Brown?
St. Brown's better than him. St. Brown's
Oh, okay.
St. Brown's
okay.
arguably
Right.
top three. Okay.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nico is not, top 20 if at best. So Crenshaw, I know in the chat you've been kind of having some opinions, boys. So go ahead, speak your truth, brother.
All right. Nico had a top 10 season last year. That means he's a top 10 wide receiver. Okay. One good season to me doesn't make you. One good season doesn't take away the other two seasons you had. You had two bad seasons. I don't give a damn. Davis Mills, the quarterback. You had bad fucking seasons. Yeah. You couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah.
St. Brown, a guy that we should have drafted, but we chose Nico over him. He's been killing it every fucking year. I think they say he's one of the three wide receivers that did. I forgot if they said the yards and touchdowns. They had Justin Jefferson and Chase, Jamar Chase in front of him. That's great company right there. This guy been beasting, all pro, Pro Bowl. He's deserving of his money. Nico, you gotta wait. So, okay, if you pay him now, what you gonna save? $10 million, and that's divided by 4. Wait, see what he does again. If he can eat again, then give him his money. We got a lot of money next year. Who the fuck are we paying next year? Who in the fuck are we paying? We got a lot of money. Yeah. He can get his bread next year. He hungry. Nico said himself, hey, I got a lot to prove to myself. I got a lot to prove to the fans. I got a lot to prove to the organization. I forgot who he was talking to. I think he was talking to TJ Husmanjada from Cincinnati. I think he was talking to him on a little podcast. He said that right there. So let the guy prove it. Stop just like pay him. Because they did the same shit with Pierce. Oh shit. We got us one, guys. We got us one. Then Pierce came back this year.
Petrie.
This motherfucker looked retarded.
Yeah.
Petrie. Yeah. Oh man, Petrie. That was a steal in the second round. Fuck Kyle Hamilton. That's what they were saying, Ken. That's what they were saying. Fuck Kyle Hamilton. Now look at Petrie. Look at Kyle Hamilton. Motherfucker all pro again. That's what. See, look at that. You was one of those. You see what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta wait. Let these guys prove it a following year. Give me 2 years of doing this, then I can be like, okay. But 1 year, that's not enough, man. Just because the girl fuck you good one time, I mean you'll fuck you good the next time. So just chill out, Texans fans. Chill out, baby. All right. Whoever next.
But what's your thoughts?
Yeah, man. Of course, the numbers. Amon-Ra is way better. He's gonna have the numbers to back up what he's getting paid. Nico Collins. My thing is though, I know Crenshaw said that Nico had Davis Mills, and that don't matter. I don't think St. Brown can do that with Davis Mills. I'm sorry. I don't think if St. Brown was in Houston those years, Davis Mills, those numbers will not look the same. I know Jared Goff. People hate.
Can I pause you right there, Bo? Can I pause you right there, Bo?
No, go ahead.
Ask you a question. Okay,
brother, go ahead.
All right. I'm based off my timeline. My timeline said I'd rather have Davis Mills over Jared Goff. That's what my timeline said. They said Davis Mills is better than Jared Goff. Same thing they say Davis Mills better than Trevor Lawrence. Blah blah blah. So if Davis Mills better than Jared Goff, that means he should have those fucking numbers then, right?
They was lying. They were lying.
But that's Jared what they Goff say, though. That's what they said.
Everybody, he was number 1 pick. He got the Rams to the Super Bowl. He is not Swiss cheese. He was just in a bad situation, and the Rams felt like they couldn't win with him. Jared Goff is not a horrible quarterback. As we see now, he's a formidable quarterback, keeping that team without as far as not killing them. You know what I mean? Like some quarterbacks that's not good will be on the team and just kill their whole vibe. He is managing this team in a way that will also the way that St. Brown can now get his money. I don't think St. Brown could have did that with Davis Mills. And how tall is St. Brown? What is St. Brown? 6 feet? Maybe
he the 5'11", 6 foot. He like a
Nico Collins. What 6'4"?
6'4".
No,
6'4". Yeah.
I'm taking the taller receiver. I don't care about your analytics. I don't care about the numbers right now. If you on the board right now, you're going to take Nico Collins still just because of his build as a receiver. You're not going to go with the 6 feet receiver out of what school he went to? USC? Was it USC he went to? Or was it other brother with USC? What school did Amon-Ra go to? I don't remember. But I'm still taking Nico Collins just because he's 6'4". And I think if Nico Collins was with Jared Goff during them times, he will have the same amount of numbers Granted, he was injured, but I feel like, yes, he could still be more as productive at St. Brown was with Jared Goff than he did with Davis Mills. Now, I do agree with you. USC?
Yeah.
I do agree with you that you do not pay Nico right now. You wait till he what to do again this season. I agree with you on that point. But do you think when it's time to pay Nico, he's getting $30 million?
He better not get 30 million.
At the end of the season, do you think they're going to give him 30 million?
No, he better not. But let me ask you a question. So you say that you won't take the shorter guy. You will take Nico Collins, right?
Yes.
So
yes,
that's like.
would.
So basically, you telling me that you'll take Nico over Jamar Chase because Jamar Chase and St. Brown are the same height.
Jamar
That's
Chase,
what you just told me. That's what you just told me.
Okay. Fair. But Jamar Chase has Joe Burrow. He has Joe Burrow since college. That chemistry is unmatched. You can't really put that on the whole Nico Amon-Ra thing.
Okay, I got nothing for you. I got nothing for you. Okay. So basically, you telling me that you'll take Nico Collins over Justin Jefferson. He's short too.
He's 6'1".
Tyreek
6'1".
6 foot, 6'1". That ain't that much of a difference. To 6'4", that's a huge difference.
Not knowing what I know now, yes, as GM, I would have took Nico Collins because of the size. Because of the size. I'm not backing down from this. I'm letting you know right now. Granted, yes, this is a better receiver at this point. But if I'm looking at, if I'm in the draft and I see both receivers there, I'm going for the 6'4" kid. No. And then even this, Nico wasn't even a first round pick. He was what, third?
Yeah.
So was St. Brown.
So to me, St. Brown and Nico is a better, like, okay, what if? You can't really give me Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, who are 2 first-round picks. I'm being realistic with third rounders here. If you're on the third round board and you got Amon-Ra and Nico Collins, I'm taking the 6'4" receiver.
What about Tyreek?
Am I wrong? Tyreek? First rounder, right? No, he was fifth rounder.
No, he's fifth.
Well, see, that speed. That speed. That's you looking at the receiver like, okay, he running what, 4.3, 4.2? But if both receivers are in line, I'm taking the 6'4" guy. Wrong?
Okay. No, I mean, yeah.
I'm trying to see where everybody headed.
But does he play like he 6'4"?
This year he did.
Not in the goddamn red zone. Not in the goddamn red zone.
Not the first two, but this past season he was 6'4".
He was running over people, but in that red zone, he was getting treated like how we treated.
I mean, to me, that's coaching. That's Bobby Slowick.
Yeah.
To me, that's Bobby Slowick because in the red zone, Bobby Slowick was doing quarterback sneaks or running back with Tank Dell out there. So that's coaching to me.
Yeah, and we got Damian Pierce running the ball 3 times in one.
Can't do nothing when Damian Pierce got the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Kenneth, Barry, what's your thoughts?
Man,
you team Crenshaw or team Bo?
Look, let me tell y'all something. I'm finna say something that's finna probably make some people mad. But Crenshaw, you already know what I'm finna say. Hey, look, T. Higgins trying to get traded. Go ahead on and trade Nico for T. Higgins at the third round pick. Forget the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that. Nico, I love
crazy.
You, but bye. Bring me T. Higgins. Because Crenshaw just made a point, and it's a fact. I'm sorry. He does not play 6'4". Nico Collins play like he's 6'1" or 6 foot. For some odd reason, we did not throw the ball up to him in the red zone. For some odd reason, I don't know. I guess it is Bobby. Maybe they're like, man, I don't know. We don't want to risk it. CJ doing a turnover. I don't know what it is. I will say one play against the Colts, and I don't really think that was for Nico, but he did jump up there and get that mud. But that was the only time. All right, let me stop.
I'm not even being
Let me stop playing. Look, hold on. I was playing a little bit about the T. Higgins thing.
I was going to say, I don't want to be biased here, though, but T. Higgins does have Tyler Boyd, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow.
But no, I was just playing about
Nico Collins had nobody that coached.
He probably won't 30 mil, 32.
Exactly.
He probably
that's the going rate.
So no, I was just playing
about that. Are we agreeing on that? The going rate is 30 million? Is that everyone's in agreement?
Wow. I mean,
that's a lot, man. And my
You
other
can't
thing
get
is-
30. You can't get 30 million. You've never been an All Pro. You can't be 30 million. You've been a
Yeah.
Pro Bowler.
But
See,
that's the way it works. Whoever's next to get paid is either going to be that same amount or a little bit higher. That's
and
the way
then
the game works.
I'm gonna come at you. I'm gonna say, okay, where are your accolades? And then if you don't like it, we'll holler at you. That's why
Yeah,
I think
how
they should
about-
drop. They should draft somebody this week just in case
Yeah.
that happens.
Exactly. Here's the other thing. Where's
Yes.
your accolades without CJ Stroud?
You know what I'm saying? So,
'Cause we can all-
basically,
We
yeah.
can
So
all look
CJ
at
made
it-
you.
Exactly.
CJ
we can all
made
look
you.
at it like, bro,
So
you're balling because of CJ Stroud. That's why you're balling. So let's
Okay.
bring it down a
Okay,
little
so-
notch. You can get some bread, 25, you know what I'm saying, but not
I'm
30.
glad you said that. Because
yeah,
okay, so your ideal is 25 a year. That's your ideal.
25,
25
I'd be cool with that.
What about you, Matt? 25. What you at? Where you at?
So look, this is my my
Mhm.
thinking, right? So it doesn't matter if CJ Stroud or Davis Mills was out there those first 2 years, because you know why? He couldn't stay on the field. That's why he doesn't get paid. Okay? Best ability is availability. You can't get on the field, you can't get paid. Okay? Point blank. That's just how it is.
Okay.
It's a wrap. So ball out this year, yes, I agree. 25. Okay.
Okay.
You have
All right.
Because like you said, Bo, about T. Higgins,
Mhm.
he had Jamar
Yeah.
Chase,
Jamar
Boyd,
Chase.
Mixon, the
Joe
tight
Burrow.
end, whatever his name is, Joe Burrow. Okay, Nico has that.
Yep.
He has that here. So if he look, I'm gonna be playing out. If he did the same thing he did last year or below, he doesn't deserve 25 million.
Gotcha.
He doesn't.
It should be
He
easier
doesn't.
for him this year
Exactly.
to get his yards. It should be easier because no double teams. You can one-on-ones because they're gonna double team
Gotcha.
Diggs for the double team you. They're gonna double team Tank because the speed for the double team you. So you gonna be good.
Well,
They
see,
can have you in the slot. They can have you on the
That's why I
outside.
said-
You gonna eat.
That's why I said a couple weeks ago. I said
Right.
what we
Yeah,
have
he-
now as a team. If he does what he did last year or less, of course, you just gotta wipe your hands with it. Give him what you think he's worth and go about your business. But if he excels, because like you said, there's more people on the field, he's not getting double team. You should be open. You need to go crazy. Now he goes crazy. I thought you give him his money because in this aspect, okay, are you willing to lose Nico Collins and you have Stephon Diggs on a 1-year deal? Are you willing to just say bye to both of them? Because who knows if Stephon want to stay? At least you got history with Nico.
I think you at least franchise tag him, right? To see,
Yeah.
one more year.
You can franchise tag, and then next year, the big name wide receivers are up to get paid. I think it's like 5 guys up to get paid.
Yeah.
DJ Moore, I think DJ Moore to get paid.
Yeah.
What about DJ Moore? He's 5'10". Would you take him, or you still want Nico Collins?
I'm sorry. I'm taking Nico. over DJ Moore.
DJ Moore be every year he eats, and he has no quarterback.
DJ Moore is good. DJ Moore is good.
He
But I'm still
has
taking the
no
6
quarterback. He kinda remind me-
I'll still
He
take.
remind
I'm taking
me,
Nico over him.
what's the guy in Seattle? The short guy in Seattle.
Lockett?
Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, he remind me of like a Tyler Lockett, man. He's always eating. He's always open and everything.
Gotcha.
Hey, but I got a question. I know y'all talked about this weeks ago about the Diggs trade, right? Y'all talked about the Diggs trade. Okay. I need to ask y'all a question. I'm still trying to. It's fucking with my head. Why did we trade the first round pick?
To get more capital.
Oh, you're talking about for the Bills.
Yeah. Why did we trade the first round pick to Minnesota if we only gave up a second to get Diggs?
We gave a second for next year. It wasn't even this year.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's for next year. Okay. We could still get the same second up to get Diggs. So why did we trade it out first? Why reason
They
keep
gave
our
up.
first?
They gave up that Vikings.
Minutes, yeah, we still have our second.
Okay, well, I'm saying, okay, we could have gave up our second next year and still got Diggs. That's what I'm saying. Why did we trade the first?
I think they just traded back for more capital in the draft because now you have at first you didn't have a what was it, a fourth and a second? So now you have an additional, you have a fourth and a second now for this draft. Am I right? Wasn't that the trade? You trade with Minnesota, you trade your 23rd pick to Minnesota.
We traded
now.
We got a 2 for 24 and a 2 for 25.
I thought we had a fourth in there too for this
Nah,
year.
it was a 2 for 24, 2 for 25. So
I don't think
because the guys that you most likely wanted, we're going to be there. Yeah,
I don't think Nick wants nobody. I don't think Nick wants the first rounders that's 23 and below. I feel like he's like, I don't need none of those players that's going to be projected to be 23 to 32. So he said, you know what, I'm gonna train this off, get him the pick for next year.
it's It's almost like they could have traded the 25-hour pick next year, waited until tomorrow, and traded our first to still get 2 twos.
I mean, true. I mean, I don't know why he did it so early, but the way I'm seeing it is there's no way like the top tier cornerbacks are going to go below 20. Like they're going to be gone off the board quick. And then the 2 top defensive tackles, Murphy and Newton. Murphy, he's not going to be there at 23, and Newton has been hurt, so he fell. So I think that's kind of one of the reasons why you trade back, because you're hoping Newton's going to be there and you get more capital. And then Nick, he likes he don't he don't like fuck them picks, bro.
Okay,
Like,
fuck them picks, but I got one for you. If this motherfucker trade back into the first tomorrow, then what you gonna say?
It all depends on the capital, right?
Because it's basically gonna be the probably the 2 twos. So it's like, okay, so you got out, then you got back in. You could have just kept all your shit. That's how I'm gonna look at it.
I don't think he trades back into the first round. That's what I don't think he does.
I hope you don't. I hope you don't.
I don't think he does.
Stay put.
It depends on who's there, right? Like if Murphy's there at 28, I doubt he is. I think you take him. Quentin Mitchell, I doubt he's there, but you take him. Like if there's a cream of the top player there, like I think you take him, but I don't see it happening. So, well, fellas, while we're speaking of the draft, let's get this mock draft going. Let me get it started up. All right, y'all ready for it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, let me expand it. All right. And let's start it right now. And we can trade out. We can do, like Crenshaw said, trade up. Whatever is the mood. All right, we're on the board.
1 o'clock. That's a lot of trade.
Yeah. You get 1 pick. Next year.
Never with them. Nah.
None of those.
Nah. Gotta reject. Y'all excited that. Yeah.
All right, now so here's the cream of the top, boys. We got Mitchell, Penix Jr., McConkey, Nix, Coleman, Frazier, Cooper, Wilson. Who y'all looking at?
It has to be a D lineman. It has to be a D lineman. It has to be an interior defensive lineman.
I'm saying Cooper. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Cooper who?
Adrian Cooper.
Look, he ain't talking about Cooper.
Do we need a linebacker though? Yeah. We just got old boy from the Browns.
Oh, bro, we just talked about Nico Collins not being able to stay on the field.
But I mean linebacker. I don't think you go linebacker the second round for your first.
I'm with Bo on this because I don't know how much though that linebacker is going to see the field. I feel like Harris and Azul, whatever his damn name is, going to see most. Yeah, it's going to see most of the time. Yeah. And Cooper is not going to really see a lot of PT. So I'd rather get a guy without my first pick that's going to see a lot of PT on the field. That's just me.
Okay, so who y'all thinking?
Michigan, the D lineman.
You going Chris Jenkins or you gonna go Michael Hall Jr. from Ohio State?
And I thank God I ain't no GM.
That guy right there, number 56. I can't pronounce his name, from Georgia, the cornerback.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's pretty good. He's a lockdown. He's a lockdown cornerback. He's a lockdown cornerback right there.
So, question here: what is the top pick? Like, what is position that you think should be the very first? That should be the question we should ask each other. What should be the first position that they pick at 42?
And I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna say cornerback because we got three cornerbacks that can't stay healthy.
All right. Go to the cornerback block then, Matt. The cornerback, you see right there. Just click on that. Let's see what we got. You gotta go back to the top. You gotta go back to the top.
We got
Laster, yep.
Melton, Phillips, who a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon for Phillips. Abrams Drain, Jackson, James, Green, but these other guys,
I don't think I'm taking none of them.
I was just gonna say that. I guess you got to go SEC. If you're going to pick any of them people, you got to go with a Georgia kid from SEC. You got to go with
You got to go with the Georgia kid because I mean,
Is
I'm just going by what I seen this year and
Yeah.
how he was manning up boys and everything. And you know, if the other guys think they can stay healthy, both those guys could be in the man and they could do some great things over there.
All right, well there it is.
We running with first pick off the board. We're going with the cornerback. All right. Next
got
up,
3 trade offers.
Yeah, you might as well reject all those.
All right, sounds good to me. All right, so let's go back to all. There's 2 linebackers. Y'all said no.
Cooper still there?
If y'all want Cooper now, I guess because
here's another thing I'd say. Tyler Nubin is damn good. Chris Jenkins is still on the board. Javon Bullard, another good safety.
If it was me, I'm taking Jenkins.
You taking Chris Jenkins defensive line?
I'm taking Jenkins. I'm taking Jenkins. I want him for the 42 pick, but y'all told me cornerback, so I'm pushing for the 59 pick to say Chris Jenkins.
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with the Jenkins. I'm just not too confident in Ward and Petrie in the back end.
Yeah, I would like Tyler.
And I would like a safety back there because I'm not
trying to get new safeties in the building already.
Yeah, I'm not confident because Ward last year, right? This Ward last year, it's a 2-year deal, and then Petrie at the end of the year is like he kind of caught on to the scheme, but I gotta see has he really caught on to the scheme because Petrie is more of a box safety than a free safety. So I think I like the Tyler Nubin guy or the Javon Bullard, whatever the fuck his damn name is. But either one of those guys to me will do good as safety.
Okay, question here. Do you really believe if you go safety right here, do you really believe that that safety coming in is gonna take over Jimmy Ward in a Petrie spot? This fast.
Jimmy Ward's a captain.
Do you know how much they love Petrie and Jimmy Ward?
Yeah, and Jimmy Ward, you know what? Put it like this: he don't have to because Jimmy Ward's gonna play 4 games.
That's crazy work.
He's gonna play 4 games, so he don't have to. He's gonna step right on in. He's gonna step right on in.
All right.
So what are we saying? Tyler Nubin?
I'll get Nubin.
All right. The pick is in. So far we got a draft going. So I'm just gonna reject all these.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
All right. So here
y'all get my D lineman right now, man. If y'all find me some nose tackle D lineman to help with this run defense, I might spaz.
Man, no way.
So I'll jump to the. So yeah,
but I ain't gonna lie. I saw a name up there that y'all might laugh at.
No,
so hold on real quick. Nah. There you go, right there. Number 75. Number 75.
Blake Curman in the 3rd round.
I mean, we need a running back, don't we?
That the 3rd round. Is
that too early?
I think that's a good round to get a
running back.
I think that's a good round. And I think that's good value for him.
Yeah, I got a second round value on him, in my opinion. But yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I'll take Blake Corum.
All right. Well, before we move on to getting Blake Corum, here's another thing: are we trading up in the 4th or 5th round? Like, because we have no 5th round draft picks. Are we staying still, or are we trading up? No 5th.
I mean, we could. Because right now this is the 3rd. That was the 3rd round, right?
Right. Yep. And we got 2 4s, 2 6s, and 2 7s.
All right. If we can get a we can trade a 4th for a 4th and a 5th. I mean, how y'all like that one? The Baltimore Ravens one? You get a 4th, 5th, and a 5th.
My opinion, I think we traded our 6th and 7th to the 5th, or
okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
That's just me. All right, fellas.
Oh, so
I guess we can be liable for agency, huh? I guess we don't care, huh? We don't care no more. We don't care about stopping the run no more. Huh? We go out there.
But think about it. Look at the guys we had last year, and we did good against the run last year.
I know, but them boys added more guys. We lost Collins and we lost Rankins. All we got right now is Heinisch and Autry. That's it.
So Heinisch, Autry. Then you got 2 guys that set the edge.
And you got Felicity.
Yeah, and you got Davis too.
XFL
Yep.
player. Okay, you got it. No, you got it. You understandable. You got it.
And you got that guy from the Jaguars.
They don't do Davis like that,
Poluski.
Don't do Davis like that, man. That boy been easy. Good rotation of players. Nah, but I feel you though, bro. You can get it. You get it.
Hey, I don't know, man. Get the kid from
Look. Underrated pick. I think Wingo from LSU. Cody Johnson said it earlier on. Dwayne Carter.
Is he a true 0 or 1 technique, or is he like one of them hybrid defensive end type?
He's a 3-gap defensive tackle.
How long is his arms?
Oh,
hey, that man on some draft stuff for real. How long is his arm?
Real talk, because that matters, man. You know what I'm saying?
It won't summary.
Well, T-Rex arms
This
like
man
that.
is 284 pounds. If you don't get that man off my list, 284?
He's 24.
284. That man will get moved off the ball. He don't get moved off the ball.
Oh, man, that's Malik Collins.
Come on now.
All right, so what we're doing
You
is,
got a 300 pound in there?
Click on that D line, man. Click on that D line. We gotta get that D line, man. We gotta get it.
the only two is Wingo and Carter.
Give me the Alabama guy. Give me the Alabama guy, man.
God,
Is that a reach?
That is
Is
a reach.
148 a reach? I guess it's a reach, right?
It might be a reach if we
That's a reach.
122.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you trying to give
Matt, if you want Wingo, go and take Wingo, man.
Nah, it's a group decision. Like if y'all want to go receiver, tight end.
I mean,
like
if you going with value, then you going with that tight end guy, Cade. If you're going with value,
Cade Stover.
Yeah, if you want with value, but just shit, fuck it, throw Wingo on there, throw Wingo.
So nobody believe. So nobody believes in Brevin Jordan, right? We're just throwing tight ends in there, huh?
I mean, the only reason why, because
that man gave us a 75-yard touchdown playoff game. Come on, Crenshaw.
It's because Brevin is on his last year.
Well, we got Brevin and Dalton are the same people, right? Like they're great receiving. Okay, at blocking. Like we
need some blocking.
And you know, and K is a Ohio State guy, so I think that'll make number 7 happy.
Can he block?
Right.
I don't know if he could block though. I'm not gonna cap. I don't know if he can block.
If he can't block, it ain't no point.
If he can't block, then don't get his ass. Don't get his ass. Hey man, look, go ahead and go with the lineman then. Go with the defensive lineman.
All right.
Yeah, come on with the Wingo. Come to Houston.
Okay, B+, we'll take that.
All right, we're back on the clock at 127.
I feel like we need offensive lineman right there.
I was going to say, isn't this time for best players available? 127.
Breeding Rice? Let me stop. Don't listen.
You trying to get Jerry down here, huh? Damn, Johnny Wilson's still on the board?
I ain't gonna lie. Whatever, if it's a chance to get the McCaffrey kid, pull that trigger. Get the McCaffrey kid from Rice.
Luke McCaffrey's probably gonna go like in the 6th round.
That's what I'm saying. If we can get him in the 6th round, I'm all for it.
But look, Matt Miller, you know, he was on a couple weeks ago. He had He had Bo Limmer going to us at 86.
86?
Okay. Yeah, 86.
That's value right there, then.
Yeah. So I mean, if y'all want to go offensive lineman.
I mean, does he play guard though? Can he play inside?
He's a hybrid. He's a center guard, but he's mostly plays center, but he's a hybrid.
Because I need somebody that
can play the whole line.
Yeah. That swing spot, right? So is that the consensus pick?
I said that's what we going.
Yeah,
Matt
Miller knows.
Should be an A.
It's gonna be a C+. Oh, B+. Okay.
I guess we are late in the rounds. Why not?
All right, so we're gonna trade up to the 5th.
We can, yeah. Why not? If you want to, yeah. Why not?
All right. Who y'all thinking?
Shoot. Because what you plan on giving away? You plan on giving away a 6 and a 7 or what to get to the 5th?
We're gonna have to, right?
All right, let's see. Go to Dallas. Let's take away their picks. They don't need nobody, man. They going down. Yeah. Take that fifth right there. Take that one. Give him a matter of fact, just give him a 7. You don't give him no 6. Give him a 7 and call it a day. They don't say whatever we give them. They said not enough.
Nah. They said fuck you and your picks.
They accepted that.
Yeah, let's do it. Huh?
And this will give us what, one last pick?
2.
A fifth, right? A fifth and then a 6, right?
Yep.
We trade a lot to get to the 5th pick.
Hell yeah,
all right.
dude.
We got a cornerback, safety, running back, D line, inside lineman, guard, probably. What else do you think we need for a position? What do y'all think we need for a position player?
I still want a receiver.
Really?
Go to wide receiver. What they got?
Right.
They said it's a deep draft for wide receivers.
Go to receivers.
Oh, see, look, you got.
Away from the A&M kid.
Yeah.
No more A&M players. No more A&M players on my team. No more A&M players on this team. He Green. Come on now, man.
You got.
Insane.
No, he messed it up on him, huh?
Todd Washington. I think he's gonna be a good one too.
I don't know none of them guys. I ain't no cap.
Me either. I don't know none of them either.
I know. Oh, that edge, that Javon Solomon, he's supposed to be pretty good too.
He went to Troy.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes went to Texas Tech.
Who Troy playing, man? What NFL ready?
Did your boy go to Troy out of Baltimore?
Who you talking about?
You
talking about Suggs, right? Was it Suggs?
Yeah, Suggs. Did Suggs go to Troy?
Suggs, yeah.
And where did
and I think DeMarcus Ware did too, right? DeMarcus went to Troy too, right?
Yeah, DeMarcus Ware.
I apologize.
And where did Khalil Mack go to?
Buffalo.
Okay, the school don't matter, brother.
I hear you.
Hungry, huh?
It never matters until they go to Houston. Until they go to the Texans.
Right,
it matters.
Right. And then when they ball out, it's a no.
Exactly. Oh yeah. I know. Don't worry about it.
So what are we doing, fellas?
Mm-hmm.
We got a punter?
Toy
go receiver.
On the line.
Go receiver. Maybe go or I heard some rumors about Davis Mills leaving. Do you draft a quarterback late, or do you go just get a free agent quarterback?
I get a free agent quarterback.
Undrafted rookie.
Copy. Okay. Safety.
Spencer on there.
Who?
Is Spencer Rattler on there?
Oh, he's gone already.
I think he's gone, but he was on there. That's what I'm saying.
Already.
But I guess it does make sense to not get like a young quarterback, get a veteran journeyman to just back him up. Maybe they'll keep Case Keenum still, even though he old.
Yeah.
I guess it is what it is. Go receiver. Let's add another receiver in here. Maybe he can return kicks and then become a star later on. So what's the receivers looking like?
That's it. And then one more pick. 188. There's a both boy from Troy still there.
Go on, draft him. Go ahead. I don't take. I mean, he an edge player. Do we really need an edge player though? Will we really take an edge?
Is he an edge or he a linebacker? Because you know how they linebackers and all that.
Who's that Jerry and Jones kid? Terrell Suggs went to Arizona State.
So he did go to Arizona State.
I think it was just DeMarcus Ware went to Detroit. If I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I think DeMarcus Ware went to Detroit.
Yeah, DeMarcus Ware. I think Terrell Suggs did go to Arizona State. So what y'all feeling?
Yeah.
The guy we got from A&M, 5'9", 191.
Oh, Bo definitely hates him.
He run a 4.5. They say he's dangerous with the ball in his hand. He's real shifty and everything.
Who's this?
The guy from A&M, the wide receiver.
Yeah.
They say they say he's good in the slot. He's good.
Of course he is. Of course he's good in the slot.
So we're gonna go with the edge. Sounds good, everybody.
I want Jerry Jones. He want the cornerback.
He had 800.
You want a cornerback?
Give me Jaren Jones.
All right.
Oh, now he'll be plus. He horrible.
Shit,
No, that's not bad. That's not
we
bad.
should get either a minus in this draft.
Yeah. It's not. It wasn't bad. I mean, for what we had, as far as like not really knowing these players, I think we did pretty good.
They gave it. What's overall grade? Don't have overall grade.
Nah. Well, I mean, if you add it up, we got what 3 A's, A plus,
A plus.
So probably
it's an A then.
A minus.
A minus.
Got A minus. Got at least be A minus. I agree. At least be A minus or A. I agree.
That's good.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
On the 4, they're gonna make the team. The rest gonna be on practice squad. There we go.
Yeah, especially because that's like my wife. She asked me like, who you excited for the draft? I told her this is the first year, and I really don't care who they draft because this team is stacked.
For real.
I don't care nobody say. This team is good. I mean, granted, you got little spots here and there you can fix. But as far as like, I really wish we get this guy. I don't care who they draft this year. They ain't gonna lie to
you. Well, it's ready, dog. Like let's get the draft over with.
Yes, sir. Friday, right? Or if they, I mean, I guess I will be watching tomorrow to see if they do move up, but I doubt he moves up. But it's gonna get started on Friday for sure.
All right, fellas. Well, with that, the wise words of the man that's finally here, Mr. Crenshaw himself. This is the worst part of the show because Crenshaw, since you've been gone so long, man, tell us where we can find you and what you got cooking. That way we can support you.
I'm in Fifth Ward Crenshaw every motherfucking where.
Follow. Mr. Kenneth, where they got you?
Y'all can follow me on YouTube and Instagram at Kenneth the Messenger. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Twitter, Messenger _Keno. And yes, sir, just cooking up, trying to plot, scene. Got some little surprises coming on the way. So yeah, stay tuned.
Make sure you check it out. And Bo Diggity, what about you, brother?
Y'all can find me on all socials at Bo Diggity 713. You know where I be. TikTok, you know what I'm saying? We still gonna hold it down for now. You never know what's gonna happen in the future, but we still out here rocking, dropping videos, content. Hit that follow for your boy.
And you can find me at A1 Day One Texans everywhere. And of course, you can follow the show Texans Fan Battle. We're almost at 2K on YouTube, guys. It's free to hit the subscribe button. Hit it, like it, share it, tell everybody about it. Until next week, hopefully we're talking about A+ draft with John Lopez from In the Loop. Till then, enjoy the draft week, and we'll talk to you next week. Have a good night and week.
Yo, check it out, we rapping for the Texans. Put it in,